Hello everybody and welcome back to another prediction series I'll be going over for the NBA. I know I haven't been uploading in a while, it's because I've been busy with some school stuff and I've been sick over the past week, but I'm good now and I'm back to getting uploading. But anyways, without further ado, update where I've been for a while. I'm going to get right into discussing the second round of the playoffs, first with the Western Conference and then I'll make a separate video for the Eastern Conference. But anyways, let's look at the first series I will be discussing, which is happening today actually at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, with the 2-seeded Denver Nuggets and the 3-seeded Minnesota Timberwolves. Now, I know what you're going to say. I was completely wrong about the Timberwolves series. Anthony Edwards, you are a star in the making. You could be the face of the league in a few years. We don't necessarily know, but Edwards, good stuff. Rudy, great defensive player, probably going to win deep boy. Jaden McDaniels, I guess Anthony Edwards was right about you. They got KD on the Suns, but you guys got Jaden McDaniels. So, that all worked out. And Denver, predicted everything that would happen. You guys demolished the Lakers after trailing so much. You're here now. And now the second round prediction between both teams, it's going to be an all-out bloodbath. I do know that the Timberwolves got the two defensive towers to be able to stop Jokic. And I know Murray in the playoffs, Murray might be battling with a bit of a small injury for now. But I do know I'll probably be playing. I don't think Murray's injury is that bad. I think he'll be good to go. And this series should be this might be the best series we have all playoffs. And yeah, this might be the best series we have all playoffs. I think it's going to be a good matchup between both teams. And looking right at it, I do know that both teams got a terrific supporting cast. Both got stars on their teams. And I know that people were going to probably go with the higher seed to win this, but I'm pulling off an alert. I know after I made that mistake with the Minnesota Timberwolves, I don't want it to make it again, which is why I'm ultimately going with the Minnesota Timberwolves to beat the Denver Nuggets in 7 games and move on to the Western Conference Finals. But I would not be surprised if the Nuggets win. But I'm rocking with the Timberwolves to win this series in 7 games. And I think the champs, they lose. And they have to go home and see what happens next season. They probably just end up running it back. Who knows? But I'm ultimately going with the Minnesota Timberwolves to win this series in 7 games. And this series, it's not happening today, but since we're on the topic of the Western Conference, let's discuss the other series with the 1-seeded Oklahoma City Thunder and the 4-seeded Dallas Mavericks. Now, OKC, great young team. I mean, people are going to be like, oh, they're too young to compete, and they only beat the Pelicans because Zion wasn't there. I mean, they did sweep, but Zion, come on, he also wasn't there. It was a close game every match. But the thing is, Ingram also collapsed in that series. He did not play, I want to say collapsed, but he did not play well. But anyways, the Pelicans, I'm not going to really discuss anything about them right now, and I'm just going to see who they're playing. The Dallas Mavericks, the Thunder, and the Mavericks are both two young teams. They both got superstar point guards in this league. I'd argue that they're probably both, Luka and Shea are the top 3 point guards. The only other point guard I'd put in the top 3 is Curry, but we're not really discussing anything about Curry right now. But those 2 point guards, they're going to have a good battle between the series. Only problem is the Thunder, I think they're too young to go far. They definitely do got the best future in the league. I think I could see them trading some of those 37 picks they have for another star. I definitely have said in the past before, well, not on camera, but I've said in the past that you add KD to this Thunder team, they win the championship this season. And I mean, I know KD's not on the roster right now, but yeah. The thing is, this series, I feel like, again, with the X Factor, I remember mentioning the X Factor that was happening for the Mavericks last playoffs, PJ Washington. PJ Washington hasn't been playing that bad these series, the playoffs. But right now, I feel like, the way Kyrie's been playing these second halves, I don't think the Thunder will be able to contain Kyrie, which is why I think the Thunder will put up a fight. But I'm ultimately going to go with the Dallas Mavericks to win this series in probably 6 games and move on to play the Minnesota Timberwolves in the Western Conference Finals for a chance to see who makes the NBA Finals. So I'm ultimately going with the winners of the Western Conference semifinals to be both the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Dallas Mavericks to set up a finals in the West. and see who makes it to the NBA Finals between those two teams. Anyways, that's all I have for now. So for the next time, I will discuss the prediction I have for who wins the semifinals matchups in the Eastern Conference. Take care.